Okay.
Hey everybody, it's Lynn Marie, and we're in my kitchen today. And Cassie's holding the camera today. We couldn't quite decide how we were going to do it. You might hear her off and on. She'll probably put her 2 cents worth in, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going to make some granola today. And if you're new here, just tuning in, this channel is called Lynn Marie and Me. And we'd love to have you subscribe. So today we're cooking granola. If you can find a lot of healthy versions in the store, but they're so expensive and you're mostly paying for oats. So let's get started here. I am using this cookbook. It's Katie Lee Joel, and I have had this for a while. You can still buy it. I was going to try to see when it was printed, but I don't see it right off. It's called Healthy Granola. So, and this is totally customizable. If you don't like a certain nut, if you can't eat nuts, you might not even want nuts, and especially if you have kids. A lot of kids don't like nuts. It's mostly oats, and I use these oats. You can get these on Amazon. If you order from Azure, you can get them there. I even buy these at Costco, and they're gluten-free and they're sprouted. So that means a lot of people have to be careful of the phytic acid, it's called, which is on grains which coat them. And a lot of people soak their oats overnight before they cook them, if you knew that or not, or any grains, which dissolves that coating. So these have already done that because they're sprouted. You can't see the sprouts if that bothers you. So all that's been done for you. They look like regular oats. They're very good. So we need 3 cups of oats. And I was trying to remember how much these were at Costco, but I don't remember. They have them all the time though. Okay, 3 cups of oats. We need a 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds. And just get rid of those. Coconut. Since it gets baked, I like I said, you don't have to use the coconut. It says 1/3 cup. I like to use this big coconut. You know, the bigger flakes instead of the shredded. Pumpkin seeds. I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of those in. And this is now where I start going off the path. It calls for wheat bran. I'm allergic to wheat, so I'm going to put some oat bran in. And this is very fine, so I'm not going to put a lot in. Probably a 1/4 cup. Of course, yours might not look like this unless you live near a bulk food store. I can buy this packaged in what they call a bulk package. This is another thing I really like in mine, and these are buckwheat groats. This is what a buckwheat seed looks like. They're little triangles, kinda. They're really good.
I don't know if I've ever had. I've had like buckwheat flour. Buckwheat pancakes was one of my grandma's favorite things.
Yep. You don't really hear about those much anymore.
I was never a big fan.
Yeah, they have a different flavor. But although I don't understand it because I've never noticed it with the buckwheat groats. Okay, it calls for 1.5 cups of nuts. Like I said, if you don't like nuts, you're staying away from them, you have kids, you could just add more oats. Add another cup of oats. I'm going to use, I've got some pecans here, I've got some almonds, I've got some walnuts. And I'm just, I think I'm going to leave the walnuts out because I will need, well, you know what? They need to be chopped. Let me show you my handy dandy chopper. I'll get it out. I think I got this on Amazon. One time, I don't always like to get my big food processor out, just to
Neither do I.
chop a few nuts. So it comes with this little blade thing, and these are super sharp, I'm warning you. And there's, I think I'll just chop these all up and get them in there. There's not very many left. And then this fits on that, and it's kind of like a lawnmower.
Oh my goodness.
And it's so small, you can put it all in the refrigerator. And you don't have to pull it much. They're chopped up. And I've done onions and peppers with it before. The nuts. And yeah. Super handy. You can put it, I usually don't put this in the refrigerator. Dishwasher. I usually just wipe that off. But yeah, and that's all you have to wash is that little thing there. Okay, that's all of our dry ingredients. So I'm just going to mix that up a little bit. And then I have a pan here, and I have half a stick of butter in here. And I am going to put 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup in here. You can use honey or maple syrup in this recipe.
But you don't want to use like regular syrup, do you?
Like pancake syrup? Well, no, because that's not really good for you.
Yeah, that's what I was
sugar.
thinking. That's more.
So I use the maple syrup in here, 1/3 of a cup, and like last time I used it, I made honey because I was hoping it would be, honey's a little bit stickier, and that maybe the granola would clump together, and I might have some chunks of, stuck together granola.
Right.
And it burnt. It was still edible, but the honey burns faster than the maple syrup once you put it in the oven. And so that is something I learned last time I made it. I've made it lots and lots of times, but I'd never used honey before. So you will want to either turn your time down or just cook it less amount of time. Takes vanilla yet too. I'll wait and put that in. So I just have to light my stove with a lighter, you guys, because way back at Thanksgiving, I spilled something in here. And I took it all apart and cleaned it, and it still is being difficult. So all it takes is vanilla yet. Then the first time I made it, I put the fruit in when I was cooking it. Don't do that because this gets dried out and hard in the oven. So I just wait and I put it in after it's done.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then it's, soft and chewy. And sometimes I put it in, like the whole batch. Sometimes I wait and until I'm going to eat it. Maybe I want fresh fruit with it, and then you don't really need the dried fruit on top of it. So I just wait and do what I want. You can put chocolate chips in it if you want.
Raisins?
Raisins. I
know a lot of people don't like raisins, but I love them.
Yeah.
I'm weird.
Dried blueberries and cranberries here. Just So just to show you, but I'm probably not going to put any in. Sometimes I like a banana with the granola. Sometimes I like just a sprinkle of granola on my yogurt. So I'm going to opt to not add it to the whole batch this time. Okay. Let's get this butter melted. You could do this in the microwave, I guess.
Yeah, but this way you can watch the
Yeah.
syrup and see what the...
So this only has 1/3 of a cup of any kind of sugar in it, which is what I like about it. And I've watched a lot of other granola recipes, videos, and my word, the amount of oil they put in, too. The oil and the honey is like...
Oil?
Amazing.
Why would you?
Oh, what you do.
Not if you want it healthy.
So...
Let's peek on the pot and see what it's doing.
almost done.
Getting there.
Okay. Look at these hot pads, you guys. Cassie made these for me for Christmas the year before last. That's the best Christmas present. I just love them. Okay.
I love to make them.
Well, they're very nice.
They're very easy. Except when you get old, it's kind of hard on the hands.
Oh. Is that on one of those little...
Like a loom, like you'd make them when we were kids. Only it was
cool.
called a professional loom.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a larger
Because
size.
they can charge more money if it's adult.
Right.
Okay, this is a 2 tablespoon measuring cup. And this calls for 2 tablespoons of water, which I've never seen in a granola recipe. But it's just extending the amount of liquid you need to cover this without adding any more sugar or fat.
Makes sense.
Oh, and I forgot the vanilla. A teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to use the cap there. And I'm just going to put this on there and mix it up.
Yum.
The messiest thing about making granola is all this, all these bags of things you have.
Because there's so many different ingredients.
Yeah.
You could do it so many different ways. Wouldn't just use that same sauce.
Yep, and you can get a lot of chocolate granolas. I should get a recipe for that. I'm guessing you just add cocoa powder.
Yeah, or you could just throw some chocolate chips in.
Yeah, or that would be much easier.
The chocolate granola sounds yummy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're going to come over here to my pan. And just dump it on there. You don't really have to worry. The maple syrup, like I said, is not nearly as sticky as the honey, so I don't line it usually because it cleans up really easy.
So, but you could use parchment paper.
Yep, you could use parchment paper. I've already used a liner too.
Oh, like a silicone liner?
Silicone pan
I
liner.
don't have one of those.
But you have to
Maybe I
stir it
should.
every, let's see, it tells us we're going to cook it at 350 for half hour, and we're going to stir it every 10 minutes, just so it all gets cooked. And so when you stir it then, if you just have a liner, it goes under the liner and...
Oh, yeah.
Eh. Okay. Into the oven, and we will be back to stir it and to take it out.
All right.
See you in a little bit. Okay, so our timer's gone off and the granola's done. And I'm just going to set it here on the counter. I got all my other stuff cleaned up while this was cooking. And it's done. So you can see it got kind of golden, and as soon as it cools off, I'll put it in a quart jar or container, and it'll be ready for breakfast or ice cream or yogurt or
Right, so
whatever, however we want to eat it.
yummy. It smells amazing, folks.
Yeah.
Smells awesome.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you try the granola. You can either just follow along and make it, or you can buy the recipe book by Katie Joel and have it, a hard copy of it. Okay. Thanks for watching today. Bye-bye.
Bye.